It is a very beautiful country. I find the landscape absolutely stunning. And it's got a great variety of environments, not just the rivers, of course, Angel Falls, which is always worth visiting. Getting out into the countryside, it was just a fascinating country. One of the highlights of my visit was actually meeting local people. That's what I like to do when I travel, is to meet people locally, and that's what we did. And we met people who worked on the land, who grew their own food, who produced things, who were very friendly and embraced us as visitors. The music was terrific. They turned up for a party, they created music, and they were really lovely people.
When I told people in Britain that I was going to Venezuela, everybody looked shocked and surprised and, oh gosh, don't go there, don't go there. I'll go and find out for myself. And I found the people I met were so friendly and lovely and had a sense of hope. They were so lovely and warm and friendly. That's the most important thing, that the people I met were so good. And the country is beautiful. The country is really lovely. I had two fantastic trips to Venezuela. I loved it so much the first time I went that I was determined to go back again. And then I loved it even more. We had a day where people had come together from other places to help with this particular farm. And there was a huge sense of cooperation. And me and the others, we tried to help a bit. I'm not sure we were very helpful, but I had great fun stripping off the sweet corn. And we were all sitting in a big circle, all working together. Oh, the parties were so great. At the drop of a hat, it seems that the Venezuelans will just dance. There's music everywhere, and people have this lovely sense of rhythm. They just move their bodies and just dance. It's lovely. I love it. I love to dance, and so it was great. And there were several little impromptu parties locally and people came, musicians, really good musicians, but also included somebody who banged on the bottom of a saucepan, and somebody else who rattled a cheese grater, together with the professional musician, the really good musicians, and they all worked together. It was just such fun. There was a real sense of community, and I got a strong sense that community spirit was encouraged there.
Well, what we did was we flew into Caracas and then went straight to Ciudad Guyana, which was an internal flight. That evening, we were staying in your family's apartment, and we just went across the road to get some milk and found ourselves in a party with a bunch of people who were in the strangest shop I've ever seen. It's a place that seems to be opening up a little bit. It's been through some very hard times. It was great to visit with somebody who could take us around and show us where to go and to introduce us to people as well. It's doing some recovering. It's got some great natural sights. Politically, there's lots of people there who have different views and lots of people who have the same view. Like when we disagreed, it just wasn't a problem. People just talked anyway. So it kind of needs to be left alone to develop in its own way. When we got to Caracas, we had a day sort of walking around and eating and drinking and seeing a few local sites. And then that evening, we went to a street party on the edge of a barrio, San Agustin. Before going, I might have thought that I'd be a little bit nervous of doing something like that, but we felt completely at ease, and we just mingled in the crowd for a couple of hours, just talking to anybody whose eye we caught, bought some rums and talked to the vendors, and it was a really happy musical street scene. It's just fantastic. For me, that was the best night of the whole trip.
I'd wanted to go to Venezuela since about 1999 when Chavez came to power. My friend David suggested we'd done some traveling together. Why shouldn't we go to Venezuela? It grew on me, the idea. It was absolutely fabulous. Very beautiful place, tropical, full of things to look at. A big mixture. There was shantytown. There's a lot of music there, which is fabulous. The people were very nice, really nice. Everybody is quite political, which I think is good. It's how people should be. People should be engaged in the political process. So there's a big mix, you know. But the thing is, people talk about it and discuss it there. I loved the arepas. I actually lost weight on the arepa diet. I just looked forward to the meals so much. The food there is really good. The supermarkets were full. The sanctions are absolutely awful. I mean, America just wants the oil. That's just totally awful. The media doesn't say all the time, oh, they've just murdered more people. It's Tren de Aragua this and, you know, all sorts of nonsense. The climb on the elephant's head, it's not literally an elephant. It's a stone that looks like an elephant, very old, one of the Earth's oldest stones, big rock. And it was a nice trip up and then onto this big stony plateau. You get a great view from up there of kind of a flooded plain because of a dam that's been built. Going to the radio station was fun because it gave us a chance to talk and be engaged with somebody who really knew their stuff about Venezuela and politics. I would recommend anyone to go to Venezuela. It's a beautiful country that deserves to be seen with lovely people, that is right under the heel of the jackboot of America. You don't notice that particularly, but the sanctions have hit Venezuela very hard. And I was very glad to go there and spend some money to see people, meet people, and share my love for Venezuela with Venezuelans. Yeah, it's a beautiful country.
Yeah, eso.
Venezuela is an absolutely fascinating country. It was incredible visiting and seeing the incredible diversity of the place. I found everybody to be, including the police, to be friendly and conversant and chatty. It's a very vibrant country, and it was great to see it in a first hand rather than hearing about all the sort of ugly stories about what it's like over there. Obviously, there's huge difficulties and problems there, but it's also a wonderful country. We visited a school, which was quite something as well. It was really lovely meeting the school children and the alegria at the school and the teachers, and we all sang us a song by Ali Primera. The visit to Ciudad Bolivar, that was really amazing. It's a fascinating city. Again, the people were very friendly, incredible buildings, the architecture of the place, and the story of visiting the place that's so closely associated with Simon Bolivar was quite inspiring. Yeah, it was a lovely city. Yeah, it was probably the most beautiful city that we visited. But and again, people very, 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 very friendly. We met police who stopped and questioned us, and when we explained it all to them, they were great and friendly, and they thanked us for visiting Venezuela. I believe that there's still a considerable commitment to the Latin American phrase "otro mundo es posible." The anti-fascist conference that we went to was also really, really great.
Bienvenidos todos al Congreso Mundial contra el Fascismo. Bienvenidos todos a la patria de Bolívar.
Again, it was what I loved about it particularly was the whole kind of mix of dancing and singing and political discussions. That was that all of these things blurred into each other, and I really liked that. That's the sort of inspiration of the festival as Sueño Existe is in Mahantlet that we run, which will be dedicated to Venezuela next year. I would recommend people to go to Venezuela. It's a startlingly beautiful and vibrant country.